The latest, Israel has struck Hezbollah across Lebanon. Hezbollah fires rockets. Israel now hits back. Israel strikes Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Plumes of black smoke on Beirut's sky. So that's the latest that's coming in. In fact, these are the visuals from Beirut, which is the capital of Lebanon, where Israel has hit back. Remember, there were strikes by Hezbollah on Israel, after which there's a retaliatory attack by Israel on Lebanon's capital, Beirut. And remember, Hezbollah is a proxy of Iran, and Hezbollah targeted Israel after the joint strikes which were carried out by Israel and United States on Iran, after which now in the latest, Israel has hit back, and plumes of black smoke were visible in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. As you can see in these visuals, this is the aftermath of the attack carried out by Israel on Lebanon's capital, Beirut. So in response to the projectile fire toward northern Israel, the IDF is now striking Hezbollah targets across Lebanon. Hezbollah is operating on behalf of the Iranian regime, opening fire against the Israeli civilians and bringing ruin to Lebanon. Now, IDF troops have prepared for such a scenario as part of Operation Roaring Lion and are prepared for an all-front scenario. So the Israel was expecting these attacks from Hezbollah, which is a proxy of the Republic of Iran, and they were expecting these attacks, and Hezbollah did attack Israel, after which there have been retaliatory strikes by Israel on Lebanon's capital, Beirut. As you can see in these visuals, this is the aftermath of the attack that was carried out by Israel. Plumes of black smoke can be seen on Beirut's skies, and this was in response to the projectile fire towards northern Israel. And now the IDF is striking Hezbollah targets across Lebanon. Now, it is important to note that Hezbollah is operating on behalf of the Iranian regime, opening fire against the Israeli civilians and bringing ruin to Lebanon. Now, IDF troops have prepared for such a scenario. They were expecting that Hezbollah will target after the joint strikes on Iran. They were expecting attacks from Hezbollah, and that is exactly what has happened. Hezbollah did attack Israel, after which the IDF is now striking Lebanon, and they are attacking the Hezbollah in Lebanon. And the latest attack has happened in Lebanon's capital, Beirut.
Yes, Anjali. So what we are taking a look at here, viewers, when we speak of West Asia, while there is war front, there is military operations that continue, what indeed comes out to become concerning is when the outfits, the proxy wars start within West Asia, and proxies like these, be it the Hezbollah, be it the Houthis, they come in to take a particular side and then launch attack on the others. And that's exactly what we are witnessing here. This is the Hezbollah launching an attack on the Israeli side. And this, of course, let us tell you, this was expected on all fronts. If Iran as a nation goes into war against any particular side, there are proxies in the wait in that very neighboring region, in West Asia itself. If there is a war, proxies shall be involved in it. And we've seen since the very first day when the strikes were first launched against Iran, there were proxies already launching attacks and coming in to vouch their support for Iran. And this is one such example, Hezbollah operating on behalf of the Iranian regime, opening fire against Israeli civilians. And that is where the problem comes in. When we are speaking of military operations taking place, oftentimes we see they are targeted precision attacks taking place against certain centers, against certain leaders and their residences or their offices. But when we speak of proxies entering a war, that is when civilians, in fact, start getting targeted on a wider scale. And this is exactly what we are witnessing. Just take a look at these visuals, viewers, that's coming in from Beirut. It's night time. Of course, Israel and its entire Iron Dome system, if we speak of, has definitely been percepting all the attacks that's been taking place, but proxy attacks come in as a surprise amid the military operations that have already been taking place on a wider scale that's been launched by Iran themselves. Mir Farid continues to be with us on the broadcast. Mir, just to understand, proxy wars is something which is very common in West Asia, and when the situation escalates, they start picking sides, and that's what we are looking at when we speak of Hezbollah joining in and attacking Israel.
Well, yes, absolutely. I mean, it was surprising that they were sitting on the fence till yesterday, but suddenly they got activated. They fired rockets and missiles towards Israel, and now Israel is hitting back. Massive bombardment in Beirut and multiple targets hit by IDF. But importantly, you have to understand that this is a ploy. Now, we know it's a proxy of Iran, so this is a ploy to stretch the resources of Israel. Now, you have to understand, as you rightly said, the Iron Dome or the David Sling or the Barak, the missile shield that Israel has, it is working over time. And we saw last time it was overwhelmed by the sheer the number of projectiles, the barrage that kept coming from Iran. And this time around, what they're doing is they're testing this missile shield of almost every US and Israeli ally, and especially US ally, and it has its limitations. And it seems that what Iran is trying to do is exhaust those air defense missiles and that shield, and post that it will be they can hit their targets with ease. So that is something that you also have to understand. By firing decoys, drones, etc., they're trying to test the limits of this air shield. Already it's working over time. We've seen that it has its limitations. It could get depleted, and post that there'll be an absolutely new dimension to these attacks, and that's what Iran is trying to do now. This is a different theater that they have started with Hezbollah now coming into this. So now the attention of Israel is not just on Iran, but it will have to focus on the proxies as well. So this is a very shrewd and clever tactic, and in fact, what Iran is doing right now, it is activating its proxies around Israel so that it could stretch the response of Israel and the United States. So a new dimension. It seems that Iran is ready to go the complete distance. They're not backing down, and in fact, their response has only escalated after the killing of their spiritual leader. So that tells you that the command control structure is intact. It was not just about Khamenei. They were expecting that he'll be targeted. So they have the replacements. It's a layered response from Iran. And that is something that could frustrate Israel and US, because now they're taking hits. The body bags are going back, United States, at least 3-4 service personnel have been killed, and that would mount pressure on Donald Trump, because there are local constituencies who are bringing out his pre-election speeches, telling him that he was someone who said that no more body bags. United States will not enter war theaters where it has nothing to do. He's in fact against anti-war. So
Very
the
true.
local constituency, yeah. So that is also something that is started to happen, and Iran right now is playing its cards